Ladies and gentlemen.
Copyright 2017 Win Your Brand. All rights reserved. This video is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited, unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent. All other rights reserved.
I like purple, no matter what color it is.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so right now we will be looking for the purpose, and the purpose. Do you know what's the purpose of what you do?
Yes. It took me years to define it.
Okay.
Bring it from here to here.
So we will do it in 10 minutes. So the way it works is, I want you to feel comfort. I want you to take away everything from around you, especially your phones, because you'll be distracting others. We will. All of you are good with meditation and visualizations. Anybody will get scared and
Scared?
Scared of what?
visualization and meditation. Okay, so we want these two individuals to come over, because when we start, we'll have a guided visualizations. After you're done with the guided visualizations, I don't want you to discuss or interrupt or talk to anybody. What I want you to do after this option is you will write down your thoughts.
Your what?
Your thoughts and ideas. So the way it works, I repeat again. We will go through a meditation. I want you to take away your phones, flip it, because just is like 10 minutes. We will go through the meditation, and then after we come back, what will happen? You have to start right. If you talk to the one next to you, you are disturbing the whole process. Okay? She will talk about the graduation, after graduation from this course, or after graduation, what will happen. So when she mentioned graduation, it means from now, and then it will be working. So can we count to 3? If he does not show up, we'll kick him out.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. So right now we are going through a meditation and visualization. So I want like to have all phones off, no lights. After we're done, you will start to write on page 43 right away what you have been gone through. Okay. Okay, it will work.
If you have never been through a guided visualization before, you may be wondering, why is this important? The purpose of guided visualization is to help you think outside the normal bounds of your current reality, to allow you to experience what could be, rather than being anchored in what is. The process will allow you to transport yourself to the possibilities and aspirations you hold for your future. Guided visualization is a powerful tool used for years with great success by Olympic athletes, professional speakers and musicians, and other performers to help propel them to greater success. For the best results, it is important to be in a quiet place, to clear your mind from distractions, suspend judgment about the experience, get in a comfortable and relaxed position so that you can release the tension that you may feel, and close your eyes. We will start with a brief stage setting to help you do this, followed by about a 4.5-minute guided visualization. We are about to take a trip back to the future. Get comfortable, close your eyes, and pay attention to your breathing. Breathe slowly in and out through your nose 4 times, with each breath becoming slower and allowing your body to become even more relaxed with each breath. Concentrate on your fingertips and see if you can feel your heartbeat in them. Once you have done that, allow yourself to feel your heartbeat in your chest while continuing to breathe in a slow, relaxed manner. You are ready now. Let's begin your journey back to the future. It is 10 years in the future. You graduated, found your first job, and have really been establishing a life for yourself over these past 10 years. It feels good. When you checked the mail today, you discovered the alumni invitation to your 10-year reunion. So much has happened since you last saw some of your classmates. In ways it probably feels like yesterday, and in others like a lifetime. Take a moment to reflect on the many changes that have transpired over these past 10 years. You find yourself smiling as you look at the invitation. You run your fingers over the embossing of your school's emblem. 10 years. Can you believe it? It probably feels like a whirlwind. You find yourself mentally and emotionally preparing yourself, rehearsing for the conversations you will have with your classmates and friends. You are thinking about the experiences and achievements that have given you the greatest sense of accomplishment. You are eager to share what you've done since school, what you're doing now, and what you hope to do in the next 5 years. You think back to your first full-time job out of school. Remember what it felt like to get dressed that first morning, getting to work and hoping you were up to all of the challenges? Were you ready? Remember getting your own place for the first time and celebrating your newfound freedom? Then later realizing that all the bills were now yours to pay? Perhaps you are in a committed relationship. Maybe you're married or have started a family. Or maybe you're considering the many possibilities. Other than work, what are you looking forward to sharing about your life? What have you learned from negotiating and navigating your life, your work, and the world? What are you doing now, 10 years after graduation? And who is in your life? What impact are you having on those around you? What is next for you that will create the impact you hope to have through your work, life, and the world? When you have finished reflecting, take several deep, slow breaths. Open your eyes and stretch. Once you have fully reflected, document what you will be saying about the life you are leading, who is alongside you, and the impacts you aspire to have.
Did Christina have?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you move there, you can come out of this complex seat.
Yeah, but I like it when he's over there. Apparently, no. Reflectors.
Oh,
Reflecting here, reflecting over there.
I saw a movie, Peter Sellers was given a small seat. The party.
The party. Classic.
The party?
Wow.
The party? No, no.
Yeah, he was sitting on a small seat, I'm just visualizing that.
That's funny.
Okay, so you need more time? Someone went to the back page as well, because on page 44 there was a you did not write on 44. Okay, so how was the experience?
Excellent.
Wow. Is that one of your visualization videos, or is that off of YouTube?
No, this is I license her. This
To
is
develop it, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
in your voice.
Good deal.
so we want to go to page 45. We want to know the stealth situation, which basically what has been important to you. So look at what you jotted down and identify the key ingredient that you saw in your future, and answer the common question: what has been important for you? From what you wrote in your
Whoa, did I get this wrong?
on page 45. We are now on page 45.
Are we supposed to document what you wanted your future to look like?
Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I documented like I went back 10 years and I was describing my past 10 years.
That's the
44
future.
on page 44 describes the future.
43.
On page 44 describes the future.
Oh, he's saying turn the page now and describe.
Yeah,
it
turn
from
this
the other
page
side.
if you didn't pass.
Okay.
See the notes on 43 and 42? It
Yeah.
explains what they want us to do.
What I wrote, I don't necessarily want to share, but what I think is important is that.
You just write it down. You just answer it. You don't share it. I'm not sharing it now. Just
Oh,
answer.
okay.
You know, I'm very sensitive with sharing. So if somebody will say I don't want to share, we don't want to share. So I don't. So this is just for you. Like
What I was going to say was that you focused us, like you. This allowed us to focus so that we can see ourselves in 10 years.
now, so those are 10 years. What's important for you?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you write here, and what has been important for you? If you're done with what has been important for you, who is on this journey with you? And then in number 3, what you are doing that fuel your passion. Sandy, are you lost or not yet?
No, I'm good. I'm just qualifying who.
Not yet. Not yet. I will lose you somewhere.
So if I get it right, there's 10 years back and then 10 years forward.
Yeah. So you are now 10 years after, and you want to describe what happened in the 10 future years of somebody.
Okay.
So some of us will go stand and say, I would like to have a Nobel Prize, for example. I would like to have a house on Bahamas. And we don't know that the ocean level will go high and Bahamas will disappear, but it's okay. So when we have this like journey end status, you can go and build back what exactly your passions, who you are, what you are doing, what you want to do. This is the value of this kind of exercises. After you finish from here, you graduate from this workshop and you get your certificates, you had all this learning. 10 years down the road, where you want to be?
Isn't that what we just did?
Yeah, this is what the value of what you did.
Oh, now
So
we're looking at you.
yeah, so now you can put here what was have been important to you,
Yeah.
who is on the journey with you, what have been what you are doing that fuels your passion. Sorry?
What are you doing to fuel your passion? The efforts we are making.
When you wrote here your status, you can look here and see what you were describing here was aligned with your passion. Okay?
Can we turn the page and continue?
Yeah. Yeah, you continue if you are in the answering the question. You continue to what are you working toward and what have you been accomplished that give you a sense of purpose. And last question is, where are you heading next?
Would that be in the present moment?
Next.
Yeah. Next now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had Marcel treatment.
Yeah. Do you think entrepreneurs are dreamers?
No. No. Okay. And if you are done, just wait till we get together because I want to show you where the magic will happen. Okay. Are you done with question 5?
No.
Okay. Somebody's ahead of us. Sandy, wait. Don't go ahead. Don't go ahead.
I was excited.
Ah. This is your first time with visualization? Where else did you do it? What other workshops did you do something similar? Like visualization like this?
Many.
Oh, really?
I teach quantum light breath visualization meditation.
Oh, okay.
Quantum light?
Breath.
I got
About
one of my customers, Rick Titan. I got him one time to do it. He didn't do a good job because the recording of it has some pauses which impact few areas. So when he was doing it, although we have in the script, they recommend seconds, and it was completely difficult for me to get somebody live to doing it. Like, it's one of my dreams. Is somebody will come live and do it live. But wait,
make a script, I could try.
I attempted at least 5 or 6 times, and we found out the safest thing is meditation recorded. And if you want to go to a conference room or to a hotel, you must have the speaking system, and this will set up the minimum cost for any of these events to happen outside your control, because you need to speaking speakers, and it needs a very interesting thing. I did not turn the lights this time because sometimes we turn off the lights, and
We have our own mixing board and speakers and
Yeah,
everything.
because you have your own venue.
All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Okay, so if you are done with, can we proceed with the rest of the, and then you can catch up, guys. So the concept we understand is our journey is driven by our purpose, fueled by our passion, and guarded or guided by our values. So we had the integrity values, whatever value. And if they are not guarded or guided by these values, the journey will not exist, because you'll end up elsewhere. So the exercise from now is simple. You will go back to the journey, which is on page 43, 44, the 45 and the 46 pages. You will pick up 3 colors: value in blue, passion in green, and the purpose in orange. So you should have 3 different colors.
Blue, green, orange.
It's recommended to be blue, green, orange. And you will go back in your write-up and mark down or highlight with the different colors the words which describe your values, your passion, and your purpose on the answers, which is 1 to 5, and on the write-up you have, on the documentations you have of your journey.
So orange represents.
Here, it's written here.
I didn't even know we were supposed to go ahead yet. I just finished writing my stories.
So answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer 1 will be what's important for you, who are in your journey, watch for. Okay? So let me repeat the instructions again. You should have 3 colors in your hand. Okay? So you can come here on page 47 and highlight. You have blue in your hand, you have green in your hand, and you have orange in your hand. And if you need more colors, we have more of these colors elsewhere. You should go back to your journey, which is on page 43, and on the distilling side, which is on page 45 and 46, and put a dot, because if you highlight it, you might scratch the word. Just put 1 dot or a little mark under each word or each sentence, which represent your blue values, your green passion, and your orange purpose. So we have values, passion,
don't know the difference between passion and purpose.
Passion is what you, from inside, you like to do, support you. Purpose is what you live for.
What you live for?
Yeah, that's right. What you live for, what you want, what you do. Yes. They can overlap, by the way. If you find overlapping things, they can. And the best overlapping is to have one particular sentence which will fit the three of them. You need more time, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Have more time. Yeah, we will go on. Okay, so do you need more time or you are ready now?
No, I'm okay.
More time.
More time? Okay. So I want to explain what are we doing here. So we started with strengths and weakness, which will come into play in the the last exercise, which is the next exercise. So what you should have right now in your sheet, 3 colors. So the question I have for you guys, are these 3 colors balanced on the journey back, on the documentations? When you document back from your journey, which is on page 43, 44, do you have enough, which is here, 43 and 44,
Okay.
do you have enough colors, and are the colors balanced or not?
Five, and 4.
So they are almost balanced, right? Anyone has any missing color on the journey side?
I have 3 that overlap.
Good, good. As long as you have them balanced, the whole point is to have them balanced, because we sometimes have people here who come and say, I want to be a life coach, a transformational coach. I want to run a group and retreat. And when we go through this exercise, they quickly start to realize that they don't have a passion for what they want to do. They are basically individuals coming out of work. They have been laid off. They trying to do something. So they find everybody is a business coach or a life coach. They said, it should be easy. So let me be a life coach. Okay? So when we do this journey with them, and we go and say, can you do these visualizations? And it takes me so many convincing. They find out that this is not the right thing because it does not fulfill their passion. How many did you meet like that? How many did you meet so they will go back to oil field? I just have a friend yesterday. He's a VP in a large oil company, and he works overseas right now. And all his passion is to have a business where he sells mojito in a bed and breakfast 6-room motel somewhere in the Caribbean, where this is what all he enjoys. And he's one of the top VP engineering of Chevron. He might come. I asked him, he has a meeting until 2 o'clock. I told him, if you want to come, because I didn't see him for a long time, before even he traveled overseas. So when I see him in person, but don't share, if he comes, don't tell him that, okay? I can share with you my feedback. He has so much passion to what he wants to do, but he lacks the purpose, because when I tell him, okay, so why you are keep doing what you are doing right now, he will say, because the oil field gave us enough money to handcuff us. So handcuff me with the big paycheck. That's why I have to continue working in the oil field. So if you make enough money and you have enough investment around town here, as I know, why you keep working for the oil field? Because his true passion is toward his kids and making a good future, secured future for his kids. His not true passion is to go to the Caribbean, serve the community. So sometimes we be confused what we want to do. The problem will happen if you come out and do activities which does not meet your passion and your purpose. You will easily give up. People will feel it. Like how many of you here have been feeling that I'm very passionate to transform my knowledge and help you to your future? Because it's inside me. It reflects no matter how I'm trying to hide it. So the beauty of this exercise, when I looked at these different exercises early on, the beauty of this one, it starts to center you around. What Marcel was saying at the very beginning, when you do this 4 times or 3 times, everyone here is allowed to come at our cost for the next event. So just register and email us so we don't charge you that we are coming for a repeat. You will realize that being aware of these exercises, it will shift the activities you can do and you will do in the next 6 months or so. So if you come back in 3 months or 6 months, because we have a workshop at least every 3 months, like that, you will realize that this identification of passion and purpose will start to shift because you start to be more aware of it. Okay? So, does anyone do you have unbalanced colors on this page? So which is the color of Kevin?
I only have 6 lines in orange. The rest are 11 or 10.
Okay. So you may wanna. So what is the message for Kevin now? So orange is
Defining the purpose.
the purpose. So what is the message for Kevin?
To work on what his purpose is.
Yes. Or to do more activities to clarify your purpose and what you wanna do in the future. That's right. Is Kevin good or bad? Good. So the fact is you don't have these colors, it's okay. Okay? Sometimes we cannot express our purpose enough because it's not clear in our mind. Because this was your question for me. What's the difference between my purpose and my passion? That's right? So sometimes we don't have clarity. What does it mean, purpose? Sometimes and I'm not sure if all what you mark was actually passion, or some of them will also qualify as purpose because you are allowed to have more than one color. Per sentence, you can have up to 3 colors per sentence, that's right?
Yeah.
So this is where this is 10. Daryl, do you want to share what missing colors?
I'm missing a little blue.
And you were not here yesterday.
No.
Okay. So you may need to do you may need to do the part on values because yesterday we talked about value. So some of you will come and say, can I come for this part of the workshop? Can I come for this part of the workshop? I always say yes, because for any client or customers or client or fan or audience, what we should say, what we must say, yes. The workshop has 3 different components. One component is you know me, I know you. So a second component is to go through this journey, which is 6 defined exercises very well, and you see when we get the next one, they are very well organized, harmonized, and they feed each other. The third component is there are this summary and like you see me, if we work here, I don't work on the screen. If we work on the book, I don't work on the screen. This is the only one I did on the screen. That's it. Because there are enough components in the workshop which can push anybody business or personal development from the concept we discuss and share around the table. That's why I'm always feeling comfort. However, only those who spend the 3 days with us, they will be getting certificate at the conclusion of today. So each one will get a certificate. It's only those who came the 3 days. That's why we keep attendance of the 3 days. Okay? So I'm glad. So let's move to Mike. You have balanced colors on.
I'm got a lot of confusion between what's defined as a value, a passion, and a purpose. You know, values are kind of what I think are the key ingredients.
Yes.
To
Yes.
have owners, certain crafts, capabilities, financial health.
So values is what you exactly wrote on page 30 of the workbook.
Page 30.
Oh, the previous book.
The orange part, like on page 30, which is the orange, I believe is the orange. There's a pink
Salmon, sorry.
salmon. Okay. No, it's not salmon. Salmon is part 1 and 2. No, this is pink because this is a salmon. Because somebody came and said, we printed on both modules on same color. I said, what color? This salmon. I said, okay. So I know this salmon. Alright. So if you did yesterday the values on page 30,
Yep.
you should go back and visualize if you really mark, if the marks around values matches the five values defined on page 30. And this is one extra check to know how many of you lied when we did the value exercise. I know you did not because you were not here. Okay? So you don't have to share anything. This can show you quickly for yourself how is your values can be impacted and they are not true value of you. And you can tell, I value my kid, I value my wife and family life. I speak about my friends because I value friends. So I value this relationship. The question, if I sit in your seat and do this, will friendship or relationship or families or show up as one of my values? Okay?
Passion.
No, these are values. This is what I value. That's why I talk about them a lot. I talk about Adam, I talk about Roya, and I share with them. And sometimes when we see the recording, she say, why did you say that about me? It just comes from my mouth without even blinking because it's inside me. I value this. When you come to business, I have my passion for business and educating people. And that's why when you ask me question today about the maze, I went in for maybe more than 10 minutes. Want to make sure that you understand and you get. So this is one of my qualities. What's one of my passions. So okay. So going back to what was important to you on page 45. So can you did you have balanced colors on what's important for you? Do you have balanced colors? Who doesn't have at least one is the three colors under answering question number 1? On page 45, you have question 1. Do you have 3 colors on question 1?
No. Yes.
Which color are you missing?
Purpose.
Purpose. Okay.
I didn't write a lot, but the answers.
Next time you can write more. You are invited to come again. So if you miss one color, it means that in your personal identification or your personal awareness, you are not aware of this particular class of information, which is in your case is purposes, right?
Right.
Okay. Does it make sense? Who is on the journey with you? How many of you have the 3 colors there? Who is missing colors? Supposed to be here.
I'm missing color.
So which colors are you missing on the journey?
Well, actually, I just didn't do that one.
I mean, people have,
I'm not understanding that.
Who is on the journey with you?
So how do you,
But how do you put the colors to it?
yeah, that
Yeah.
question I don't understand how you put the colors to.
Who's on this journey?
We got blue to value certain people, but green is passionate about what, the journey?
No, it's passion.
I said family and friends, which I think are values, and I said my community, which I think is a passion and a purpose.
Awesome. Awesome. Because when we come and write this as a business leaders, coaches, whatever you call us, consultant, whoever we are, we never really write on the journey. We have our customer based. We never write on who is me on the journey. Is also the people I serve. They are part of my journey. That's right. We always forget about those.
The purpose is customer.
The purpose is serving whoever you are serving. So if you are in like she's raising fund, or she's doing we call it social entrepreneurs or societal entrepreneur on purpose of making people more educated, so or more knowledgeable. So she has this as part. So when she lists the community with you, it means you are fully aware that you have to bring with you on the journey your community. Some of us will say, oh, you know what? I'm not sure if Ahmed has the Pakistan or not there, but
If my wife, my donors, and my supporters, and my beneficiaries. So beneficiaries is the purpose.
yeah. So this is where, and please, if you decide to go and add to it, is even much better, because why we do this exercise first of all? To create self-awareness of what we are good, who we are good for, what we can do, what the weakness we have, so we can cover it, what is our value, purpose, and passion, and how they are aligned.
And that's interesting because I put for one of my number 3s, when it says, what are you doing that fuels your passion? I said self-awareness of what is needed. So for me, it's understanding myself and what I need to do to move forward.
Okay. So coming to number 3. So who has missing colors on number 3? Which color you are missing?
No, I haven't put a color. What are you doing that fuels your passion is the smiles on the faces of recipients of my service. That fuels me up when I see the satisfaction of the recipients.
Okay.
That fuels me and it makes me to do well.
Okay.
So I can't put a color on that.
Okay.
Would that be a passion?
This will be a passion, yeah. Okay.
And it could be a value because he values the
Children or beneficiary,
Yeah.
and it can be a
And
value.
purpose, because if you didn't do it, then it wouldn't be meeting the passion and the value.
Yes. Exactly right. We should come teach this workshop next time. I can see you a very good facilitator.
Thank you.
No, seriously. Because first quality of a facilitator, he can work out the emergency disasters. So emergency disasters can happen from the audience by introducing new things which is we are not aware of. So we get lost. So every time new things will come, you can see Didris immediately. She can manage it. So you can tell. The second side of the emergencies is when you have Bluetooth not working and technology not working, what you do. Yeah, so these are other emergencies which we can show you how you can manage some of them. But really. Okay, so are you following, guys? So when this answers also it target passion. If it target passions and it has almost all the colors, it means what you are doing, you are in the right path. If you are missing colors, it means you need to fill it up, and we'll come back to this on the next step. Any questions? Okay, so if we move to number 4, what are you working toward, and what have you been accomplished that give you a sense of purpose? So are you missing color? Is anyone missing colors?
Yeah, I'm missing greens and orange because I didn't complete writing.
So if you complete writing, you'll have green or orange,
Yeah.
or if you read what you have, you can make them green and orange. You can add green and orange them.
I could.
Yeah, either or. If you
Yeah.
or keep writing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the last question: where you are heading next? How many of you missing? Are you missing colors? In where are you heading next? So if anybody missing colors here,
Yes.
it means they need to rethink or reevaluate where they are heading next. So what you don't have any passion or values represented in
Right.
this answer? What's the answer here you have?
The answer is where are you heading next? So the workplace where I am now and then the world.
So is serving the world not your passion?
Yes. And
Okay.
it's value as well. So I think I can have all three colors on that one.
Okay. So if you didn't have the color and you figure out you need the colors now, it's a self-awareness. If you have the colors and you did not find any reason to add other colors, it means you may wanna rework it or redo the exercise. Now you have clarity what's in. Coming back to the last piece. Any questions till now?
I'm lost. I'm so lost. I don't understand how to write any of the colors of what I've written. I just,
So, may I make a suggestion?
sure.
When you read what you wrote,
Yep.
pick out only the value. What in that is of value? And then read it again and pick out what only is your passion. And then read it a third time and pick out what is the purpose.
And you may overlap the colors.
And they may overlap.
Yeah, I seen in the first answer for his question he overlapped the colors.
Yeah. So now when you're looking back at those.
Yeah, but I was doing one-word responses to the
But
rest.
they can still be, I've only
Qualified.
written one word bullet point
Right.
responses as well. But what do they mean to you,
It could mean all three.
right? So what is it in your personal domain, what does that mean to you? Is there value in whatever one of the words is? Is there passion in that word? Is there a purpose in that word?
He's process driven with accounting.
Process.
Like that, so.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
process of-
Okay, so let's continue the process. I will have a
I'll just excuse myself from the exercise.
I will have a private session with Mike and we will work it out.
Yeah.
So we have an extra session to have together, so we can work this out. On page 48, you run now to the activation side. So can you figure out, identify at least five favorite activity in the table below, and what are the activities which you will do to either balance the colors or foster the balance of the colors. So you pick up 5 different activities you will do next, and you relate them. They will enhance your values, they will enhance your passion, they will enhance your purpose. One of the activity can be consult with some individuals. So one of the activity is have a meditation moment with Zidris. Maybe she will line you in a different way. One of the discussion activities can be explore my business or set up my business or discuss the business ideas. Some of the activities may be spend more time with my family, understand more about the community I'm looking to serve. Okay?
And then put a check mark. Sorry.
Yeah, you can put check mark behind.
And did we write activities somewhere else, or
Sorry?
did we write activities somewhere else, or no?
No, just some 5 activities, 5 favorite activities you do. So
Favorite activities.
5 favorite activities you do, and how they align. I remember one lady was here in this room, and she decided she decided to stop what she was doing because she cannot run mindset groups. She discovered quickly that all what she wants to do is the money, because she came and said, I want to help people who are really in problem with alcohol, people who are really in hard time, and they want to do a mastermind groups, and people will sign up for like $500 a month, and then, okay, what are you offering them? Nothing. What are you doing them? Nothing. Do you have like online component? Nothing. And then I pushed her through one of it takes some time, effort to push people through these activities and repeat them. And when we sit and say, okay, so what are you passionate for? What is your values? What are you looking for? She's a wonderful individual, but what her passion was about her making money. That's it. So money is a source for sustainability of what we do. Money is not the goal. If we do everything for money, is not the goal. So with what she discovered quickly, the activities I conclude for her, I said, you know what? Please stop in the next 6 months talking about your mastermind to everybody, because it will never happen. You don't have the dedication. So what will happen with this individual is you need to have a website. Okay, it's $100, $200 to register it per year. Yes. Okay. Now you must spend some time figuring out the benefits. Oh, I don't have time for this. I'm working elsewhere. So every time we try to push to fulfill your, because if it's my passion to do this, I am here. I was spending a week preparation. I was doing 3 months marketing. That's right. If it does not fuel my passion, what I will do? I will be where my passion is.
Yeah.
That's it. So to justify the effort you do to achieve your purpose, you must fuel it by your passion. Otherwise, you will do something for some time, and then what will happen? You will stop. You will get hanged. You will when somebody come and say, okay, you know what? I cannot afford $1,000 for your program. I said, okay, no problem. You can come for early session, or you can basically upgrade your fees here to come for the first month. And as I said, you don't have to. It's not a commitment to continue after the first month for 11 months. The commitment I'm looking for, if you come for 1 month, there are some tasks on the table. You go and do the tasks. So if for people here who will come as for 1 month, you sign on papers, but you are not committed for 1 year. You are committed only to do the 1 month. After 1 month, if it does not work for you, let us know and things will be solved. Is any problem? Is there any problem?
No, I'm just getting myself on track.
Oh, sorry. So when I say that, people say, okay, we will come. Some will say no. Some of them, they cannot afford. We know for sure they are on welfare. Like there was a couple of ladies here on welfare support. And somehow we managed for them to be on the general seatings. And somehow they managed to be in the first 3 sessions. When they come and they figure out what's happening, they start to understand, they got the videos, they start to look at things, and then they came back and said, you know what? Right now we cannot afford that much, we can afford that little. Can we continue? Because they see the value and they want to push. So if my passion is not there, I basically say, you know what?
No.
You know, I will take the easy way out. So for this particular individual, which I don't want to mention her name, I recommend her to stop talking about her mastermind group. She did not take the advice forward. She went for like another 3 or 4 months. I was seeing her in different events, and then she disappeared because she found a job back as a HR in another city. So she went behind this job. So imagine if you already one of her customers and you are paying for the mastermind, and suddenly she will come and say, sorry dude, I am not, or sorry girl, I am not here anymore. You must not take your customer on a journey if you plan to escape. Like when your brand is not for profit organization. Good. No, okay, you can look it up. This is our office. You've seen my office. We are here. We are from Calgary. You can Google us. We are not going anywhere, and you don't do. If we would change the business, it will not be overnight. It will be a drift, which will take 6 months to a year. So we will fulfill all our commitment to our previous and current customers and clients. This is what the customer and the client deserve. You are not in it here for a month or 2 or 3 months, or till you get a job to go back to the oil field. If this is your passion to go back to the oil field, hang around with us, learn so many concepts, don't launch anything, keep learning with us, and then when the oil field will come, you'll be a more advanced employee than your peers because you know different things Okay, nothing wrong with anybody wants to go back to the oil field. I believe I missed it because I never worked there, so everything I heard is very good, but I'm too old to go back, okay? Okay, any questions? Yes, ma'am.
It's not well, on social media, which I'm better at than all the branding stuff, or maybe better at, I've always learned that you have to give to get. So if I want people to come and see my website,
We will
my
talk about this.
Facebook,
We will talk
is
this
that what
about.
you're doing
We'll
this
talk this
afternoon?
after lunch.
Okay.
And what we want to do before that to continue the whole thing. This is the last piece also, and I know we'll break for lunch. So I want to give you this, and then when we come back, I believe I have this stuff. When we come back, we can continue. This is the last part of alignment. It shouldn't be. It will be like less than. You need more? That's okay. It will be more like half an hour when we come back, and then we will talk about.
That's it, okay.
You need two more? Give you everything. It's all the leftover. What?
You're right.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying is that we can break now for lunch,
Okay.
and when we come back from lunch, we will finish this last part of the workbook.
Copyright
And then we'll talk about social
2017
media
Win
and how
Your
to present
Brand.
seminars
All rights
and
reserved.
presentations
This
and
video
stuff.
is subject to copyright owned by Win Your Brand. Any reproduction or republication of all or part of this video is expressly prohibited. Unless Win Your Brand has explicitly granted its prior written consent, all other rights reserved.